Hey guys, check this out. This guy, this tall, buff dude next to me, his name is Sean. He's got his Audi A6. I did a complete emblem swap, took off the old emblems, replaced them with the black emblems, and he asked if I could clean up the bumper because it's a used car. What's it, about 3 years old maybe? And it's got a lot of skid marks, which is traditional on back bumpers. So I want to show you how simple it can be. Try to capture the before and during and after, and you guys can see what you think. So I'll come in here.
Definitely got it subscribed.
So I'm going to try to capture as much of the imperfections, which you really just never know what's going to capture. So some things will capture perfectly on video. So some things they'll be like the opposite world. Can you pop this for me?
Sure.
Where the things that you want to make sure are revealed don't even show up. And then these like oddball moments show up. You're like, what, Liz Lemon? Sorry, that was an obscure reference to a show I used to watch. So let's see if I can run it down the side. You guys can see the kind of skid marks, scrapes, scratches. So the problem is A, your clear coat is thin, which is a relative statement. It can only be thin based on something that's thick. If you're a beginner, you won't know. You also won't know how deep each one of these imperfections, scratches are in the clear coat either. So if you understand clear coat, which is good, you want as much clear coat left intact as possible. If you understand polishing, which is abrasive technology, you know the more you polish, the more you go chasing perfection, your clear coat is going to become increasingly thinner. So that's the trade-off. It's like, okay, well, I want this perfected more. I'm willing to sacrifice a certain thickness of clear coat, but if you go chasing perfection, that clear coat may become so thin that you actually ruin the integrity of the clear coat. So it's this balance act. So not every scratch should be removed. I'm going to use my ceramics single polish product, meaning it will do heavy defect removal down to a swirl-free finish based on the machine, the pad. Those are moving parts I can't control, but you can just use a single polish. Then the question becomes, well, Darren, how aggressive can I get? Well, no one's going to have that answer for you. This is where experience comes in. So as I'm polishing, and this is what I recommend, is you go in, you do a pass or two, you pull out, you check your results, knowing that the more you polish, the more you're going to thin out that clear coat. So it's this fine balance act of pros and cons. So I'm going to try to finesse this bigger one here. I know there's a deeper one here. Always use a microfiber cloth. It is the safest, friendliest cloth for your clear coat. So now I'm scrutinizing a little tighter. Now I know through experience that I would never want to remove these deeper ones 100% because I knew that it would severely diminish the integrity of the clear coat. But I can clean it up, so from normal viewing distances, this looks tons better. I'm going to do repeat application of my polish. Doesn't take much as you move forward. Come back in, check it out. Let me see what is capturing. Okay, so a few things, and this is the irony in the moment, is that as you polish and you create additional shine and depth, it's actually going to reveal certain imperfections that were not visible before because it was being obscured by all the other blemishes. So that's kind of the weird irony, is that you actually reveal stuff that you could not see before because the bumper was so scuffed up. For example, and Sean, can you look at these? You see, for example, right here and here. Do you know what's going on with those particular spots? Yeah. If you had to guess. Don't, that's not a, okay. What they've done is they've added some touch-up paint, clear touch-up paint over these scratches, hoping that this would fix it, but it doesn't. It can diminish the appearance, it can improve it, but it's always a case by case. So I know that that's what's going on here. And this is where communication skills come in with my customer and myself, which is, okay, Johnny customer, you need to understand that I'm limited on my abilities. I don't care how good I am. I'm limited on the constraints of the moment. The constraint is that this is touch-up paint sitting on top of the paint itself. If I was to redo this, I would have to sand that, which I would never do, because in sanding that to try to eliminate it, I'm also going to be sanding the surrounding area. So it's just a no-win proposition. So for true perfection on this bumper, you would actually have to do repaint, but doesn't mean we can't dramatically improve and diminish the scratches, remove some of the scratches. So it can be that simple, if you want to call it that, but a lot of it has to do with managing expectations. So always check the links below, guys. See you on the next video.